Hi Lara ma'am, hi Soha, hi Anya, welcome to Bollywood Live.
Hi,
Hi,
Vanessa.
Glad to be here.
So first of all, Kaun Banega Shikharwati, I have to say the trailer is hilarious.
Thank you. Good.
So first big release of 2022, all the biggies have been postponed, delayed for the reasons we all know. So the Kaun Banega Shikharwati is going to be the first OTT big release. So how excited or nervous you guys are?
Well, I'm super excited. I think I always say you got to look at the silver linings of everything. And considering that we've gone back into another wave, everyone's being advised to stay indoors. I think this is a great family dramedy that's coming everyone's way. It's quite entertaining for the entire family. So we're pretty excited, and we hope people, now that they're home, will watch this and enjoy it.
Right?
Yeah, I
So,
think it all, and it's a very refreshing concept. So I think everyone will really enjoy it because it's different for a change.
I'm very excited too. I think it's very colorful. There's something very attractive about the show every time I see it. There's so much that is appealing. There's beautiful settings and costumes. There's such a talented cast. And it really is a refreshing backdrop of having this sort of crumbling royal family, this crumbling royal castle. And there's a lot that's happening. So I think if you start watching it, you'll definitely find yourself immersed in that world.
right. Soha, this is your OTT debut as well, if I'm not wrong. So, why did you opt for this series to make your debut on the digital platform?
I was toying with getting back to work, and I just really didn't feel that anything was as compelling to take me away from being at home. And I'd got quite used to being around my daughter, and I really felt that I was irreplaceable in her life, which is not true, of course. But I didn't know how to pull myself away. And then this beautiful show came to me, which is ensemble cast, which I found reassuring because I felt that I'll be able to balance being a mother and being at work. That I would also be surrounded by and supported by a hugely talented cast, which has veteran actors like Nasiruddin Shah and Raghubir Ji. It has Lara, Kritika, and Anya, Varun, Cyrus, and so many wonderful actors, Manik. And I thought I would have fun because I know the director also, and Ananya has written the script and is also co-directing the show, and really fun people to be around as well. And I knew that we would be going away for a couple of months. So for me, the work environment is also very important. And so that's why I decided that this is the show to pull me out of my domestic hole.
Right. Of course, this show revolves around the sisters. I would like to know from you individually, what kind of equation do you guys share with your siblings?
In real life,
Yeah.
well, I'm the youngest of three sisters, and they're quite a bit older than me. They're 10 and 6 years older than me. So they've pretty much bullied me all my life. Obviously, in this show, I got a chance to turn the tables around since I'm playing the eldest in the family. And it was fun. It was fun to step into the eldest shoes and see life from that angle for a change.
So, okay. I'm actually I don't have real siblings, but I am the youngest in the show and in reality. So I have been bullied, but I've also been pampered at the same time. So it wasn't very different for me. But yes, I have to say that the things that were said to me on this show were quite horrible and nasty.
I think it's been a long time since somebody's been as mean to me as my three on-screen sisters, and it was a different emotion that was incited in me. Also because I'm the youngest in real life of three. My brother it was much older, 10 years, too old to bully me. Maybe it was a boy-girl thing in my case. My sister and I did have fights mainly over chocolates, which I related to because so do the four of us. But as I said, it's been a long time since I've had fights as fresh and as spicy as the ones that we've had.
Right. As of course, Lara ma'am is the senior in the whole four sisters, and of course she plays the eldest one as well. So I would like to know, on the set, was it like kind of did she try to bully you guys in on the sets, or of course in real life maybe we can see that, but on the sets, Soha and Anya, I would like to know that was there a kind of seniority was there.
You think if she was actually a bully, do you think we would be able to speak up in front of her? We'd be like, nahi, acha hi bolo. Actually, we used Lara much to our own advantage. We used her seniority and her, all that she has done in her career to set her apart to our own advantage, to get longer lunch breaks, to get days off, to get later starts. When we said it's very hot, let's go out at 3 o'clock, and she would call up Gaurav or Ananya and had natural authority, that we could only aspire to. So we used her formidable shoulders to fire our guns from many a time.
Lara on set was not the bully, she was actually our savior. So, yeah.
Right. When we talk about content and OTT, I mean, right now we have been watching, be it gangster dramas or any other show, where we are seeing that, the men is trying to take the throne. But I think with Kaun Banegi Shikharwati, it's turning the tables, and this time it's the girls who are like, wanting to become the king, I would say. So do you think that, of course, in the movies we were watching, where, of course, now female leads are coming forward and being the protagonist and taking the lead, now with Kaun Banegi Shikharwati, that will change in OTT as well?
Yeah, I look at it a different way. Normally when there is a batwara happening, when there is, an inheritance at stake, you normally find families actually pulling apart. You find families that actually kind of go to war with each other over property matters. Even the closest of siblings suddenly start, sort of vying for their fair share of what they consider is their inheritance. I think with Shikharwati, it's slightly different. Here you actually have 4 siblings that come together to save something that they think that is their inheritance. That is their legacy. So yes, of course, it starts off with the king announcing that he's going to crown his heir, and therefore we must compete in order to win the title of being king. But in doing that, I think the realization is that there are a few things that are far more important than, who kind of becomes king or who becomes queen. And I think in life as well, I feel as an actor, you step into a project because you're really looking at the character that you're playing, and you're looking at what it's offering you and what the remuneration is. But finally, at the end of the day, it boils down to a whole. Something works, the content works if it works as a whole. So you always, at the end of the day, everything is done for the sake of the greater good. And I think even with Shikharwati, with this show specifically, I think that's the beauty of this show, which is the fact that though you have these warring siblings, though you have this bickering going on, you have this eccentric king, we're all united by a common enemy who is our father. Somewhere down the line, the underlying emotion or the underlying sentiment is something that comes out on tops. And that's what makes it a worthwhile watch. I don't know what the question was, but that's where I went with the answer.
Right. So, before I wrap up this interview, I would like to know from you individually, which series or movies on OTT that you guys would like to recommend, like a binge watch list?
You mean apart from Kaun Banegi Shikharwati on Z5 on the 7th of January?
None. Only Kaun Banegi Shikharwati. That's my recommendation for your entire family to watch.
I mean, if you really want to, then just look up, films by Lara Dutta, Soha Ali Khan, some shows that, if you just want to get to know us a little bit better, Anya, Kritika. But apart from that, just Kaun Banegi Shikharwati.
Okay, that's great. So, of course, Kaun Banegi Shikharwati, everyone is going to watch it, and even I'm going to watch it, and really looking forward to it. And it was really nice chatting with all 3 of you.
Thank you, Murtaza.
Thank you, Murtaza.